What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Bull Combo. I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's been another week, and that means another week's worth of Metaverse news to get through. But before we get started, quick note, guys. I've noticed that about 50% of the people that watch this video still aren't subscribed. So if you guys find some value in these videos every week, if you're finding this information useful, consider subscribing to the channel. It goes a long way to really helping support the channel and also helping push these videos out to other people. So that support would be greatly appreciated. And if you like this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. All right, guys, so let's jump right in to this week's weekly update. And we're going to kick things off with a brand new entry on the weekly Metaverse update. We're going to be talking about Bloktopia. So the VR Metaverse Bloktopia has partnered with Animoca Brands, Jake Paul, and BitBoy to give users access to crypto information. Bloktopia is a unique take on the Metaverse experience. Basically, rather than a virtual world, a large map, or a virtual copy of a planet, the Bloktopia Metaverse is a 21-floor skyscraper built on educational content. Basically, users will be able to buy blocks to become tenants in the building, taking advantage of foot traffic, ad revenue, and more, with lower floors being priced higher based on foot traffic potential, etc. The overall goal of the project and of the Metaverse is to create an experience that's geared toward crypto education. So basically, this entire skyscraper is going to be full of different rooms that have different educational content for crypto enthusiasts, and we'll probably have additional educational content outside of the crypto space as well. The IDO was on October 5th, and that's going to be followed by a land sale and then phase 1 of the experience, which is set to launch in March of 2022. All right, guys, so this is the first type of Metaverse we've talked about that's this model or this specific type. I think we've seen a lot of virtual worlds, we've seen some game-style metaverses, we've seen some metaverses built off of copies of virtual planets such as the Earth, etc. A specific skyscraper, it's a very unique take on the metaverse concept, and I think the educational side of it's also very important and very beneficial to the community as a whole. I'm interested to see where Bloktopia goes, but for now, we're just going to keep an eye on it, and I'll continue to cover it here on the weekly update as we get more information on it. Wolf. British startup Wolf, which stands for the World's Online Festival, is entering the metaverse with a creative blend of audio and visual content, transforming listen-only content into 3D cinematic visual events in its latest feature, Showreel. Wolf allows users to chat, entertain, and perform on a virtual themed stage, whether it be a main stage, a beach, or in a studio. And the patented Showreel feature is set to revolutionize the app with its ability to take a live audio broadcast and instantly turn it into a visual virtual reality gig. The idea of Showreel is that everyone in the show, the creator and the audience, can both be involved in a user-generated interactive festival experience. These experiences can then be live streamed instantly as a video or recorded for future playback and sharing on YouTube or other video outlets. Mini snippets or edited highlights can also be edited or created for the performers and producers to share on social media channels. Wolf is a free app available for download on Apple and Google Play app stores. This is an awesome idea, guys. This is a really cool concept. There's a lot of up-and-coming musicians, a lot of solo performers, solo musicians that could probably take advantage of this heavily, especially in a situation where they don't necessarily have the most ideal spot to perform or in a place that looks appealing and that would really provide a high-quality visual experience. This kind of closes that gap. If you have nothing but an audio feed, you can still create a visual experience to accompany this audio feed, and then you have the ability to distribute it in multiple different ways and to utilize in multiple ways, not just at that time, but over time for promotional purposes, etc. I think this is huge, guys. This is going to be very big for, again, solo musicians, up-and-coming musicians, even bands that are looking to get their feet off the ground and do something different and kind of connect with their audience in a more personal and intimate way. I think this is going to be very, very cool. It sounds like the application's already available. I haven't gotten a chance to download it and test it out. I just got a new phone, so the last day has been switching everything over. That is an experience in and of itself, but I definitely want to check this out, and I will be downloading the Wolf app and probably talking about it more in the near future. If you guys do download this app and get a chance to check it out or test it out, definitely let me know down in the comments what this is like, because I'm really curious. The Sandbox. The Isla Obscura NFT drop is headed to the Sandbox. This is going to feature 2 separate packs of NFTs, including stranded NPCs, naval sailors, elementals, and more. This weekend also marks the Beast Quest Game Jam Awards ceremony, with some awesome prizes up for grabs, including what I believe is several $100,000 worth of sand tokens. So congrats to everyone that made it or was able to make it into that game jam, and a major congratulations to all the winners that they announced this weekend. I really can't wait to see those entries. Every single game jam has the most impressive entries. The level of creativity inside of the Sandbox community is absolutely impressive, so I have no doubt that the winners from this weekend will be just as impressive, and I really just can't wait to check those out. And just one last update here from the Sandbox, guys. A reminder, if you haven't already, make sure to register for the Sandbox Bootcamp. Classes are filling up fast. I believe the last class is this month at some point, before we're going to have to wait till next year for the next available classes. And this is very beneficial for a few reasons. One, it teaches you a lot of things to do with the Sandbox Game Maker. It teaches you a lot of the concepts that you can turn around and utilize when it comes to the thought process that you're using to create your Sandbox worlds and experiences. And then, of course, it actually gives you official Sandbox certification, which includes an NFT stating that you are Sandbox certified. Now, this might not mean too much now, but as the Sandbox grows and as individuals, brands, and companies are looking for people with a certain amount of talent or a certain amount of skill to build their content in the Sandbox, being Sandbox certified could be the difference between being chosen or not chosen to handle a specific project. So being Sandbox certified is just another tool that you can have in your toolbox as we move along this metaverse journey. And I don't think any of us really know where it's going to go, but I think we all want to be as prepared and as familiar with everything as we can be. So if you haven't already, guys, definitely check out the Sandbox Bootcamp. Make sure to get yourself Sandbox certified. The Metasapiens collection. The first augmented NFT drop for Apple iOS is now live. Metasapiens are the first NFT project to use .usdz files instead of traditional .jpeg files. The file type, initially designed by Pixar, is the backbone of the Apple AR experience. The team has stated that they're trying to push the NFT world past JPEGs and meme culture and into the future by bringing the sculptures to life and allowing users to place them in the real world where humanity can interact and experience the artwork in a new way. So this is very similar to the AR-style collectibles that exist on VeVe. This is just the first iteration that we've seen in sort of a private collection or a limited collection that was released on OpenSea. Now, obviously, it sounds like these are really only going to work for people with Apple devices because I don't believe Android devices support these file types at the current time. I imagine Android is working on something for this because AR is definitely where things are headed, but for now, it sounds like these are only applicable and only work with Apple iOS devices, specifically ones that can handle the Apple AR technology. So a little bit limited in terms of who can access these, but absolutely a very cool concept. And I think that as technology expands, as the NFT world grows, we are going to move away from those static pictures, those JPEGs, those PFPs, and we are going to move more into more interactive style NFTs, things that can be placed someplace, things that can be photographed inside the real world and have a little bit more visual utility than what we're currently seeing. Just another cool example of that. I don't have an Apple device, so I'm not going to be able to check these out anytime soon. I've been really big into NFT collectibles lately, checking out all the projects on OpenSea and trying to get in on things early. These are definitely something I think will have some value. Definitely do your own research on this, guys, but a very cool concept and a very cool project that sounds like it could be very promising in the future. Valve. A savvy YouTuber may have uncovered some details of an upcoming VR headset. YouTuber Sadly It's Bradley uncovered some source code that seems to reference a device called Deckard. Some have started to speculate that this will be Valve's successor to the Index headset and could be a standalone VR headset, very similar to the Oculus Quest 2. We don't know for sure if and when this will be announced, but the idea of an alternate option to the Quest 2 is extremely intriguing, especially for those who aren't comfortable with the requirement that the Quest 2 be linked to a Facebook account. I know that was something that was a little off-putting for me when I first initially purchased the Quest 2 and went to set it up. The fact that it has to be linked to a Facebook account, which basically means in turn you have to have a Facebook account, is a little bit much for many users, especially people that don't like to utilize Facebook. It feels a little invasive. So if Valve can pull this off with a standalone headset that doesn't require that level of invasiveness, I could see it being wildly popular, and it could even surpass the Quest 2 very quickly because of its freedom, because of the lack of surveillance that would exist on the platform, and because of the lack of surveilling technology that would exist on the device. So we don't know any more details about this, the release time, whether this is official or not, but because everything lately has been moving toward AR and VR, I did think this was really interesting news, and I wanted to cover it here because competition's always good, especially in a space where there's not really a ton of competition right now. And I mean, let's be real. I think the Oculus Quest 2 is probably the only well-known standalone VR headset out there on the market. There's other VR headsets out there, some that connect to PCs and operate in different manners, but the Quest 2 seems to be the most popular standalone VR headset right now. So anything that can bring some competition in there, drive the price down, drive the options up, it's going to be very beneficial for consumers as a whole. Nascar. NASCAR has partnered with SubNation Media to construct a digital branded platform for racing fans. Described as an online experience designed to push the hugely popular circuit into the future metaverse of interactive immersive experiences. The companies plan to integrate the eNASCAR iRacing online racing experience into the platform. Other components will include team and driver collaborations, brand partnerships, e-commerce, and distribution of original and library content. Also planned are more virtual experiences for fans and products such as exclusive NFTs, digital collectibles, and limited edition apparel drops. This is just the latest entry in what seems like a weekly list of brands that are trying to create a presence in the metaverse. Some are opting to join existing metaverses like the Decentraland, the Sandbox, etc., or partner with existing metaverse-style companies, while others are taking a more in-house approach, partnering with tech companies to build their own proprietary metaverse experience. And it sounds like NASCAR is trying to take that specific route here. It sounds like they are employing a company that's already well familiar with these virtual style experiences. So in a sense, they are using a metaverse style company, but the metaverse experience sounds like it's going to be standalone. It sounds like it's going to be proprietary for NASCAR users. So this will be a standalone experience for NASCAR fans. Something that we have seen happen a lot more recently, and I imagine we're going to continue to see, regardless what brands decide to do, they're going to be looking to create a presence in the metaverse. So whether they decide to create this own proprietary standalone metaverse experience or whether they decide to join into these existing metaverse platforms, we're going to continue to see this, and I think it's only going to be beneficial to us as users and consumers because we're going to get that added level of engagement with these brands and probably going to get a lot of free cool stuff in the process, especially early on in the NFT space. As things are still evolving and as companies are still trying to figure out how to leverage this tool in the most beneficial way, I think we're going to see some awesome stuff come out here over the next few weeks. So very cool stuff here from NASCAR. Excited to see what they do next. All right, guys, and we are going to finish this week's update off with the VeVe platform. And as can be expected, it has been another wild week in the world of VeVe. They kicked things off with the release of the Fantastic Four comic drop, followed by the No Time to Die poster set 3, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man collectible, and the No Time to Die movie ticket collectible that included 7 tickets to the No Time to Die theater release. Very cool things here. Not only did you get the movie tickets, but you also got a digital collectible movie ticket that basically exists forever as a collector's item. Very cool, very rare, and I imagine that will have some value down the road, especially as time goes on. In addition to that, they're finishing off the week with the Daredevil comic book drop, and tomorrow they're going to be having a return of the Dragon Girl collectible, this time in a limited edition gold finish. So it's obviously been quite a week for the digital collectible platform, and with the migration to Immutable X set to be complete this month, October is shaping up to be an extremely huge month for the VeVe platform. It could be the biggest month to date for the platform, and in turn for the users that have really supported the platform and become early adopters. So as things move to the Immutable X marketplace, as they move over to the Ethereum network, the accessibility to these is going to be huge, first and foremost, because now there's a whole new group of collectors that are going to have access to these. It's no longer tied to the closed circuit of the VeVe trading platform. We're probably also going to see the value of some of these collectibles rise a little bit, just because some of these are very limited edition, and again, now that they are more accessible on the Ethereum network, you could see the price tag rise for these, since there are people with some pretty deep pockets currently in the Ethereum collectibles world. All in all, huge stuff has been coming out from VeVe the last few weeks. They are dropping things at a breakneck pace. I remember not too long ago, it was 1 drop a week, and now we're up to 4, 5, 6 drops a week. Sometimes those are drop almost every day, it feels like. And while that could sound like they're really oversaturating the market, these things are all unique. It's usually not the same thing. It could be a comic book one day. It could be something themed to a specific movie the next. It could be a Marvel character the next day. But I think the VeVe platform is doing all the things the right way. I'm a huge supporter of them. I'm an OMI token holder, and I really just can't wait to see where VeVe goes over the next year. All right, guys, that was all I had for this week. As always, a pretty All right, guys, that was all I had for this week. As always, guys, quite a bit going on in the world of the metaverse, NFTs, digital collectibles, virtual land, always something going on. If you guys had any thoughts or opinions on any of the stuff I covered here, or if you've tried any of this stuff out and just want to let me know your experience with it, make sure to comment down below and let me know that. I'd love to hear that feedback from you guys. And again, if you liked this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel if you find value in these. Other than that, guys, I want to thank you for checking out this video. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday, an excellent weekend, and until next time, we'll see you soon.